Oh, we're rolling? Okay. It's your host, Winston Trout II, and today I have a very special watch on wrist. This one is the Olam. Exact model reference name, I'm not sure. I just know it's the Olam. What makes this specific timepiece so special? It's the first watch I ever bought. Yes, that's right. Now, you would think, wait, and Drew, wait a minute. With all the watches you have, you mean to tell me that's the first watch that you bought? You would be correct. Over 300 watches later, year and a half, almost 2 years in, look, what can I say? I had no idea what I was doing when I started. And the watches, let's say Casio, for example, Casio Seiko, I had no idea those were even like real watchmen. I thought that was for like children. All I really knew about was like G-Shock and some of the resin watches. I really didn't know. My wife, you know what? She puts me up on a lot of things, to tell you the truth. Yep. Yeah, man. And when good advice is in your life, you need to heed it. Yeah. So, but I still didn't understand at that time. So the first watch that I bought, what's this? Yeah, I like it. It was nice. But something told me maybe that's not exactly like a real watch. A real watch, so to speak. But I didn't know what to get at the time. So that's why I started doing my little research, what have you, what have you. The next watch that I ended up with or ended up on was this Bulova dress watch. You know, so this would be my second watch, and then it was just my dress watch. I wanted to say it was my first because I got this and then realized after I purchased this, uh, that's not exactly where the direction that we need to head in. So it went from Olam to Bolivar, right? And then I found a gentleman by the name of Teddy. I think everyone knows Teddy by now. So I found Teddy Baldassarre and I made a series of purchases. I think first I was looking at what was it? The Seiko Cocktail Time. As a matter of fact, I can show you right now which one. The silver dial or the white dial Cocktail Time. The original. All right. So, Seiko Cocktail Time. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. What a beautiful piece. What a beautiful piece. All right. So the Cocktail Time, I had originally purchased it from Teddy, and that was in a different variant. So I'd actually purchased the incorrect variant or the incorrect reference. So that was a light blue dial, but that's not what I was looking for. So they accepted the return. They took that back, and then I bought this one. And I am so happy that I purchased this one. So again, thank you guys. Thank you, Teddy, and thank you for understanding. Because I love my Presage. I love my Cocktail Time. Love it. Absolutely love it. And I had noticed these really nice watches with the waffle dial, the PRX. Now, I wasn't familiar yet. All I know is I fell in love with the Glacier, the 35 millimeter PRX Powermatic 80 Glacier. Yeah, blue. Yeah, that one. So I fell in love, and then I noticed the gold one. Well, have to have the gold one, right? And then after the gold one, I noticed the blue one. Well, you have to have the blue one, right? And what can I say? That is what happened. That's exactly what happened. And that's exactly what I did. And thank you, Teddy. Thank you, Teddy. Thank you, Teddy. Always, I can't thank Teddy enough. Okay. Like a kid in a candy store. So I bought the gold PRX first, 35 millimeter, right? And well, can't just have a gold watch, right? So I had to have the light blue. Had to. Now, the Powermatic 80, I had to have that one too. But I did too much. I did too much at one time, right? So I said, oh, let me cool my heels. Let me cool my heels. But my wife said, no, no, baby, get it. I'll get it for you. And then I said, nah, baby, we can't do it right now. Oh, we shouldn't do it, baby. I need to be responsible. And she said, no, but I love you, sweetheart. I'm going to get it for you. And then, I was like, okay, since you like, you're forcing me. Whee! And then here we go. That's how we ended up with the trio. Yes, baby. For a moment there, I wondered if I was a stooge. Like, did I really just pay as much as I paid full retail at that time for all of them? All at the same time? Yes, I did. And for just a second, did I ever feel like I made a dumb decision? Or not dumb, but maybe not the wisest decision in the world? Well, with these two, the thought never entered my mind. But with the one that I wanted the most, can you believe the thought entered my mind? But here's the reason why. Oh, and let me just, preface it by saying, like, I love this. I love it. Powermatic 80, Glacier Blue. Love it. Oh my gosh. Yes. Come on, take a look. Take a look. Yes. This world was made for you and me. Okay, now, I think I told you pretty much everything I needed to tell you about these. Thank you, Teddy. Now, the problem with the Powermatic 80, while the Powermatic 80 is just magnificent, while the Powermatic 80 Glacier Blue is the cat's meow, I can't seem to find anything to wear for it. And every time I try to put it on, it either doesn't fit with my jackets or what have you. But at the same time, sometimes, like, all right, I'm trying to fit it to the occasion or the mood or the vibe. And I'm like, it just doesn't fit, like, with outside. It's actually doing a little much. The light blue quartz style, perfect. Any occasion. The gold is for when it's time for the gold, right? The light blue, bro, perfect. Every single occasion. That's like an everyday watch as far as I'm concerned. Now my Powermatic 80, this is like my shower watch, basically. If I were to wear it outside, like, where the heck am I wearing it? But I'm just waiting for the right time, I need maybe if I'm wearing like all white, blue jeans, yeah, I might be able to get the right sweater. I'm going to find that right fit, but I just got to get that right fit and that right occasion. I guess there has to be some kind of something particularly for this, but I haven't found that yet in like my real life experience or wearing it. But I love it. I love it. I love it. It caught my eye then, and it was I was like, oh my God, most amazing thing in the world. And not just because of the name. Not just because of the name. I mean, if I knew nothing about Tissot and I saw this, I would have bought this. As simple as that. And the fact that, Teddy gave it his stamp, Well, of course. That's what, had the cow jump over the moon. And that's why we're here today. A long ways away from the Olum. But at the same time, yo, don't sneeze on my Olum though. You know? That's what started it all off. Good old Olum. All right. So I guess that's pretty much saying, how it went down. Now, I can't give you the version how it just led from that to this, you know what I mean? Like, how did it lead from those 300 watches later and then leading back full, 360 to where it all began? What can I say? It just happened organically. It just happened naturally, you know? Does this mean that my watch journey is over? I would definitely think not. No, watch journey is not over. By no means. By no means whatsoever. But hear me out though. I wonder if this is homaging like a specific watch. I don't know. I just know that if I were to be able, if I was super, super rich, right? And I was able to have this watch recreated in all gold, I most definitely would. All gold, better materials, real screws, everything. Like, yeah, I would do that and have something crazy like this on wrist. What can I say? That's just me. That's just me. Like a whole gauntlet. You feel me? I don't know, bro. This thing is crazy. It's like, this is the watch you wear on the Star Trek Enterprise. There's a lot of watches in this world. And well, we have a lot of watches. And one of these watches, right, might just be the right one for you. But hear me out now. Hear me out. Hear me out. You don't have to take my word for it. Just watch and see. Just watch and see.